This video is sponsored by KentFaith, first choice for photo and video products. Hello and welcome back to another video. This week I want to talk about making use of your old camera gear, especially as since the introduction of mirrorless cameras, we've seen manufacturers, we've seen third parties produce large amounts of lens adapters. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, because with the introduction of new lens mounts, we've not automatically been forced to give up our old lenses. Lenses that we've spent decent amounts of money on. Bit of a faff when upgrading the camera body, isn't it? For me, when I upgraded from my digital SLR to my mirrorless camera, the fact that I could keep my old lenses was one of the biggest selling factors. As photography, as we know, it's not a cheap hobby, is it? Canon though, their lens adapter can cost about £100. Third-party manufacturers though, can get them for about half the price. Today I'm using KentFaith's EF to RF lens mount, which means that I can use lenses designed for a DSLR on my mirrorless camera. Comes in this nice a little bit black box with this little magnetic hinge, and as you can see, the adapter is kept in this nice memory foam housing. The adapter itself comes with these two covers, and this one in particular has the autofocus connectors, so I can still use autofocus from my EF lens on my RF camera. Now, of course, not all cameras come with autofocus, so it's not automatically a given. And of course, some adapters, they don't also come with autofocus functionality, so just something to bear in mind. And of course, as you can see, it's just a bit of plastic, bit of metal, absolutely no glass involved at all, so there's no risk of your image, the image quality, being ruined by a cheap piece of glass. So there's that added benefit to it as well. Installation is nice and simple. Got the adapter here, got the old EF lens here. Of course, just attach the lens to the front of the adapter like you would on a camera. And take the camera itself and again attach the mount to the camera, and now we've got our EF glass ready to use on our RF camera. Simple. You know, I don't think that was a bad shot of a mushroom, actually. Don't normally capture them. Keith Guppy on the other hand, I put a link to his channel up on screen. He loves capturing mushrooms. He was mentioning them in his last video. Actually, looking forward to this time of the year. I wonder what he would have thought of that image. One aspect that I do dislike about these adapters though is this little attachment that comes on the bottom. It's ideal if you want to use a tripod, because you can put, or you can screw your Swiss Arca plate onto here. But as you can see, I've got the same functionality on the camera, and having one so close to the camera body means that this will often get away when I want to attach the camera to a tripod. This is usually only the case with autofocus adapters I've found. The manual focus ones don't come with it. Now as well, I suppose you could say that, of course, if I've got a big lens on the front, it just moves the center of the weight a bit more in the middle. But most big lenses, they come with their own tripod collars specifically for that. So yeah, I don't see the point of this. They just get in the way. Just a little bit annoying when I want to use a tripod. Certainly my biggest complaint with these adapters. Otherwise, they do exactly what they say on the tin. I should point out that attached to my mirrorless camera and my lens adapter today is my EF 50mm f1.8 lens. One word of advice, if you're starting out in photography, if you want to get a newer camera body, and get yourself one of these lens adapters, means that you can get slightly older glass at a cheaper price, making it that little bit easier to build your camera kit. Now, of course, I could upgrade my EF 50mm lens to the newer RF 50mm lens. However, before I buy any lenses, before I do any shopping, I always read reviews, watch a few reviews on YouTube, and there's one YouTuber out there who I go and watch whenever I'm thinking of buying a new lens, Christopher Frost. He is brilliant when he reviews his lenses. If you've not watched any of his videos, go check him out, really do recommend him. However, he has done a video reviewing the old 50mm with the newer 50mm, and there's very little difference. So there's 0 point in me upgrading. Now, of course, I think the new 50mm, it comes with image stabilization built in, so it's got a little bit of a added benefit, but not really a massive factor. Not enough of a reason for me to upgrade, not when you've got lens adapters supplied by the likes of KentFaith out there. And that brings me on to the sponsor of today's video, KentFaith. KentFaith are first choice for photo and video products and offer a wide range of lens adapters to suit the needs of the kit that you've got. They don't just do EF to RF lens adapters, but they also do ones like this one. This here is an FD to RF lens adapter, meaning that I can use lenses dating back from 1978 on my current mirrorless camera. Might have to give that one a little bit of a whirl in a future video, see if I can get a real vintage look with some of my images. And it's not just Canon adapters that you can get hold of, you can get adapters for Sony, Nikon, you can even get an adapter that will allow you to use a Sony lens on a Canon camera. Of course, you won't have autofocus functionality. The lens will be manual use only. And to be honest, I'm not sure what the results would be like. But if you found this video useful today, I'll put a link to their website down in the description below. If you find a lens adapter that you'd find useful, that you want to purchase, make sure you use the offer code NEIL when you're at the checkout and you'll get 10% off your first purchase. I think on that note, this is where I'm going to end today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it useful. Until the next time though, you take care of yourselves. Goodbye.